Well, hello to my wonderful subscribers. This is for spiritual and entertainment purposes only. I appreciate you stopping by. I had a deeper realization. What happened was I slept really, really well. I think it was 2 days ago, day before yesterday. I was really thankful for that. I slept hard for a couple of hours, and then I woke, and I almost got frustrated about that. And then I realized that my spirit team, guides and angels and ancestors, were waking me up when the world was quiet so that I could be aware of blessings that they're bringing in, of upgrades, understandings. So I did this meditation. I've been doing this meditation to cut cords and clear energy with archangels Raphael, Archangel Michael, for probably 2.5 months. I've been listening to it every night as I go to sleep. Releasing any energy that isn't mine. Clearing that energy. Grounding. A heart full of gratitude. Saying good prayers for my mate and our children and grandchildren, our family and beloved ones, and Rosie, who I think you can see kind of by my shoulder there. And one of the things I really wanted to share with you, it's really important. In order to clear your energy, you first need to know how far and how big your energy is. Our energy extends from Mother, who gifted us this body, all the way to Great Spirit, to Creator. Now, I've been working in my garden the last couple of days and doing much needed weeding and pulling out and trimming back and doing that kind of physical labor really helps me to process and to ground energy that's come in. And as I've done this, raptors have been talking up in the trees behind me. Osprey, there's a pair of osprey that come around pretty often. Hawks and eagles come around fairly often, and I am very thankful. I pay attention to see if I can hear their calls while I'm doing things. So here's the deal. We need to value ourselves, especially, I say this especially to younger people, to young women, and young men too. We need to value ourselves more. I know when I was younger, I didn't have a very strong sense of self-esteem. So I was pretty shy if someone complimented me. It meant a lot to me, maybe more than it should have. And as we're coming into our spiritual awareness, and we become aware of how large our energy bodies are, when we clear our energy bodies, hummingbird, that clearing extends much farther than I was previously aware of. Much farther than we can see. We are multidimensional. So I know that some people talk about things that are happening on starships, and I have never seen one, not yet. I don't have an awareness of that yet. I would like to, but I just simply don't have that awareness yet. But I am comforted, hello little one, by the fact that our energy body extends much farther than the physical things aspect of trees, of plants, of people is what we see, and it's the smallest part of us. I know if you go out in the evening and you look up at trees, especially fir trees and cedar trees and Douglas firs, if you look at them in the dark, and just at that magic hour between day and night, you will be able to see, look just above them, and you'll be able to see that their energy bodies are humongous. And you will see that the physical part of the tree is the smallest part. And it's the same way with us human beings. So when we cleanse energy, we're doing a very powerful thing. And when we realize that we are sacred, that we are sovereign, as light workers, when we say, I am sovereign here, this is really important. The reason I mentioned when I was a younger woman was because I am realizing, I've been wondering lately, sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. I apologize for that. I am excited to share this information. I'm trying to do so carefully and thoroughly. When I was a young woman, if a guy had a cool car and neat hair and was handsome, I'd get Twitter-pated pretty easily. Might not say anything or do anything or talk to them even, goodness sakes. But, oh, such a crush, such a crush. Imagine being a multidimensional woman who someday may be in contact with star nations. We cannot be going, oh, you have a starship. You have an awareness. Let me be Twitter-pated. No. It's taken me a long time to mature. When we acknowledge our sovereignty and appreciate the gift that it is to be here and realize that we are here on purpose. We were asked to be here by our ancestors 7 generations back and forward, to be here at this time of awakening to purpose. When we let go of those things that no longer serve and become stewards and sacred and sovereign human beings, then we may someday be in contact with star nations that are already here. If they were to gift us technologies that could heal our oceans, the correct response is, on behalf of Mother Earth, I thank you. Thank you, thank you. On behalf of Mother Earth, thank you. That's it. Not giving our power away like many of us did when we were younger women. As our race and beings become more in balance, we need to remember this, to treat ourselves with respect, to treat ourselves and others with respect. When we remember that only a tiny part of us fits into these physical vehicles, we are much more than we see. We can pray for the planet, our region. We can pray and ask for extra spirit guides and angels to be with every single animal on earth and every single human being on earth. We have that kind of power. When we come from love, wanting the highest good for all concerned, the universe wants us to succeed. Everyone is waking up according to their own life plan. Some needed to play a part so that the ugliness would be revealed, so that the problems and the rot and the avarice that's always been here would be seen. And we would release it and say, we don't want to live this way anymore. We want equality for all. Love is love. There is no such thing as an illegal human being. My people are Native American. We have seen many things for a long time. We love Earth. We would like to love Earth unhindered, as I'm sure many of you would like to as well. So, it is important going forward to realize how big we really are. The physical is the smallest part. We have emotional and mental and spiritual bodies. When they are in alignment, when they are healing, when they are carrying more light, we have more effect. We can speak on behalf of others. The plants and the animals came here to assist us so that we would remember this. They are happy when we remember who we are and that we came here to be of service. Imagine being a loving, light-filled person and not having to hide that. Imagine not being afraid. Imagine equality for all. Imagine love is love. Being absolutely and unequivocally accepted worldwide. Woohoo! Do you hear? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love hearing raptors. It makes my heart happy. It makes my heart very happy. As this realization came to me, love leaked out of my eyes, much like it is now. We are so loved. We are so loved. So when we remember that we're multidimensional, We can work with other races and other species with respect. When our lower drives do not run the show. When our heart and higher self walking hand in hand. For more than just ourselves. That is joyful. Sometimes we remember things because they're peeling away from us. It's part of the healing. You're adjusting to carrying more light. Remembering more, being more. What does that mean exactly? I think it means being more of who we are. Where guides and angels and ancestors and archangels are not just ideas, but actual energies that we feel and work with. Say, oh yes, we're all related. Having licorice tea today. So I wanted to share that with you. I so appreciate being able to have a YouTube channel and be a part of this. Whoops, that was loud. Sorry. Be a part of this community. Rosie's going to check out the back gate, see what's going on out there. So let me draw from the medicine card deck. I've had this for a very, very long time. Very long time. When I first started my spiritual journey, I was gifted medicine cards. And I would see many animals as I drove to the wilderness, and there was a native cemetery I would drive to up Darrington Way. And I'd take a thermos, and at that time I'd take a thermos of coffee and take some food with me and spend the day out in the wilderness. Praying for a vision, I'd see a coyote. The first animal I ever saw was a bear. It's a bat, a hawk. So I would refer to the animals I saw and ask them questions, and then I would come back home and I would look up in the book and I would draw cards. So let me draw a card for today. For all of us. One card from this deck. Actually, I have 3 piles, so let's do 3. Beaver, bat, and dolphin. Beaver is industrious and builds. Wow, dolphin is communication, bat, transfiguration, I believe, but let me look it up. Because I don't have anything memorized. Hardly anything. Beaver, teach me to build my dreams, including others too. One mind, one thought, hearts as one, lessons learned from you. That's beautiful. Beaver is a builder. Beaver is the doer in the animal kingdom. Beaver medicine is akin to water. Hey, Stellar J. And earth energy incorporates a strong sense of family and home. If you were to look at the dams that block woodland streams, you would find several entrances and exits. In building its home, beaver always leaves itself many alternative escape routes. This practice is a lesson to all of us to not paint ourselves into corners. And if we eliminate alternatives, we dam the flow of experience in our lives. A doer is characterized by industriousness, and beaver knows that limitation cancels productivity. Beaver is armed with very sharp teeth that are capable of felling whole trees. Imagine what those teeth could do to the limbs of predators. From the rear, beaver is armed with a paddle-like tail that aids in swimming, as well as in guarding its behind. This tiny mammal is well equipped to protect its creation. To understand beaver medicine, you might take a look at the power of working and attaining a sense of achievement. In building a dream, teamwork is necessary. To accomplish a goal with others involves working with the group mind. Group mind constitutes harmony of the highest order, without individual egos getting in the way. Each partner in the project honors the talents and abilities of the others and knows how to complete the piece of the puzzle that belongs to them. In working well with others, a sense of community is achieved and unity ensues. So that is very interesting. That is very appropriate. And now let's look at bat. Sacred bat flew to me from the darkness of the cave. Womb-like reflections, answers it gave. Birth, death, rebirth, cycles of the whole, never ending, just eclipsed, the journey of the soul. Rebirth. Steeped in the mystery of Mesoamerican tribal ritual is the legend of Bat. Akin to the ancient Buddhist belief in reincarnation, in Central America, Bat is the symbol of rebirth. The bat has for centuries been a treasured medicine of the Aztec, Toltec, Tolokun, and Mayan peoples. Bat embraces the idea of shamanistic death. The ritual death of the healer is steeped in secrets and highly involved initiation rites. Shaman death is the symbolic death of the initiate to the old ways of life and personal identity. The initiation that brings the right to heal and to be called shaman is necessarily preceded by ritual death. Most of these rituals are brutally hard on the body, mind, and spirit. In light of today's standards, it can be very difficult to find a person who can take the abuse and come through it with their balance intact. The basic idea of ancient initiations was to break down all the former notions of self that were held by the shaman-to-be. This could entail brutal tests of physical strength and psychic ability, and having every emotional button pushed hard. Taunting and spitting on the initiate was common, and taught him or her to endure the duress with humility and fortitude. The final initiation step was to be buried in the earth for one day, and to be reborn without the former ego in the morning. This ritual is very similar to the Night of Fear practiced by natives of Turtle Island. In this ritual, the shaman-to-be is sent to a certain location to dig his or her grave and spend the night in the womb of Mother Earth, totally alone, with the mouth of the cave covered by a blanket. Darkness and the sounds of animals prowling quickly confronts the initiate with his or her fears. As the darkness of the grave has its place in this ritual, so does the cave of the bat. Hanging upside down is a symbol for learning to transpose your former self into a newborn being. This is also the position that babies assume when they enter the world from the womb of woman. That was the second animal that I saw many, many years ago in the broad daylight inside of a shack. I saw a bat. Bat rebirth. I think that's what we're headed for on this world. Things are coming to a close that no longer serve. We've learned those lessons. The souls who agreed to expose it are here, doing a bang-up job. Mother loves all her children, the ones who are behaving and the ones who are not. The third card I've drawn for us is Dolphin. Dolphin, breathe with me, breath of the divine, manna of the universe. In oneness we entwine. Dolphin speaks to us of the breath of life, the only thing that humans cannot go without for more than a few minutes. We can live without water and food for days, but oxygen is the source of our sustenance. Within the breath, we encounter the rhythm of energy that all life emits. In changing the rate or rhythmic texture of our breath, we can tap into any other life form or creature. This is a very easy way to connect with divine energy coming from Great Spirit, as well as with your own personal rhythms. Dolphin is the keeper of the sacred breath of life and teaches us how to release emotions through dolphin breath. Dolphin creates rhythm, swimming through the water and breathing before submerging, then holding its breath for the duration of underwater travel. As dolphin comes above water again, it blows its breath out in a manner resembling the popping of a cork. We can use this same technique to pull the stopper on our tensions and create total relaxation. This is a good exercise to use before entering the silence. Manna is life force. Manna is present in every atom and is Great Spirit's essence. Dolphin teaches us how to use life manna through our breath. It revitalizes each cell and organ and breaks the limits and dimensions of the physical reality so that we may enter the dream time. Dolphin was traveling the oceans one day as Grandmother Moon was weaving the patterns of the tides. Grandmother Moon asked Dolphin to learn her rhythm so that he could open his female side to her silvery light. Dolphin began to swim in the rhythm of her tide weaving and learned to breathe in a new way. As Dolphin continued to use this new rhythm, he entered the dream time. This reality was a new and different place from the seas he had known. Dolphin came to discover underwater cities in the dream time and was given the gift of the primordial tongue. This new language was the sound language that was brought by Spider from the great star nation. Dolphin learned that all communication was pattern and rhythm, and that the new aspect of communication was sound. And he carries this original pattern to this day. Dolphin returned to the ocean of the Great Mother and was very sad until Whale came by and told Dolphin that he could return to be a messenger to the Dreamtime dwellers anytime he felt the rhythm and used the breath. Dolphin was given a new job. He became the carrier of messages for our progress, The Dreamtime dwellers were curious about the children of Earth and wanted us to grow, to be at one with Great Spirit. And Dolphin was to be the link. Holy shamoly. If you liked him before, I bet you love him now, huh? That's good. Those were our cards. Beaver, bat, and dolphin. Do you hear the raptor? This is a good day. This is a very good day. Thank you, beauty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beaver, bat, and dolphin. Raptor, we send our thanks. We send our thanks, Great Spirit. We are listening, ancestors. We are listening. This is that rattle that I made from the gourd. There's corn, crystal, things in this rattle. Waking up, we are waking up, we are waking up. I brought out blue kyanite, rose quartz that I've had for ages, and of course green calcite. Showing you what I brought with me today. Oh, the candle got burned out by the wind blew it out. Let's light it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're happy to remember. We're happy to remember. Let me draw a card from the Divine Dog deck. Mark Atha, the Spirit Whisperer, he uses this deck. It's where I first saw it, and I just love it. I bought it, we got it from, because it's just so beautiful. And I love dogs. I love cats. I love all kind of animals, but I have an extra specially love dogs. So let me draw a card for us. The card that I have drawn is Clarity, right under your nose. Well, those cards before, that definitely brings us clarity. Clarity brings peace. We say, okay, I am here to wake up. I am waking up. I'm here to be respectful of myself and others. As a daughter of Earth, I will keep my wits about me as things change. Changes can be intense. Good changes, they can take time to settle. Like good habits, take 21 days to get set. Now I am drawing a card for us from the deck that I painted. I'll just keep shuffling it like this until it whoops without looking, until I feel it is time to stop. Okay, and the card I've drawn for us is to keep your own counsel. To me, that means observe. As we observe events taking place, we can do a grounded, stay grounded. We can do a quick check with our spirit teams, guides and angels and ancestors and archangels. We can ask, is this for me to keep to myself? Is this for me to share? The changes I see before me, do I need to try to intervene or do I need to witness? It's easy to forget that a lot of what we're seeing, we're here to witness. We're here to stand in our light, release what doesn't serve, accept that we are divine, accept that we are much larger than we previously thought, to stand in that light with gratitude, to appreciate the beauty of Earth, to want good things for every being on Earth. If star nations bring technologies that can help us heal our oceans, for instance, we shall appreciate it and say on behalf of Mother, we thank you. Remembering who we are, not giving power away. Some things shared, like healing and joy, are exponential. Love is exponential. It's the opposite of greed. It's the absolute opposite. And that's what we're moving away from, thankfully. Thankfully, finally. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate this opportunity to share this with you. And if it serves, I am happy. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And bye for now. There you go.